Good morning, dear devotees and friends. The Sunday morning we'll be discussing the Yoga Vasishtha. So let us begin with that famous stotra. Dikaladi anabachinna ananta chinmatra murtaye swanubhuti ekamanaya Namah Shantaya Tejase. I salute the Supreme Brahman, who is beyond all qualities, tranquil, above all limitations, time, space, and causations, the embodiment of infinite consciousness, and can be known only through the proof of one's own experience. So Swami Vivekananda and all the great teachers of the spirituality, they are giving the emphasis on the experience. Religion is realization. And what to realize? That everything is nothing but the consciousness. Everywhere, all over. This is the great discoveries of the rishis of the old. And Hinduism is based on this. Atman is everywhere. So then afterwards, obviously it is very difficult to understand, to grasp this idea. So teachers after teachers, they came and they taught this very subtle truth. Now the time of Sri Ramachandra, and we can imagine so far away, there was a great teacher, the Vasishtha Muni, who was the family teacher of the Ramachandra, of the Raghukula. So obviously they were getting the training from that Vasishtha. So it's called Guru Vasishtha. Guru means giving that teaching. The Guru Vasishtha, he is giving the teaching to Sri Ramachandra. And those who are following these classes, you know that how slowly it is developing. Rama is going on asking one after another questions, and the Guru is giving the reply. And the last Sunday, as we have that retreat, the moving towards unity, it is available in the YouTube. And we could not discuss this, though the moving towards unity also was dedicated to that, the truth, the same way. Now, before that, at the September 19 Sunday, we have completed the discussion with a question: what are the characteristics of a God-realized person? So that was the question. The very practical question. Then we are talking about the God realization, and is there anyone who has realized God? And if he has realized God, how he will recognize him? He is not by feature, physically no changes. Then how we will understand that man is a knower of Brahman, is a knower of God? How you will understand that? So in the Bhagavad-Gita, the Lord Krishna very clearly narrated this. The Arjuna was asking the same question, and almost in the 15-16 verses in the second chapter and the end, he gave the full description how to understand a person who is a God-realized person, God-realized soul. This is very important because there may be many fake, many people who are claiming that they have realized God, because it is all inside. So you cannot just go and see the externally, everything internal. How to understand? So naturally people are there, and many people are there in the name of religion. They are cheating. Not only cheating themselves, they are cheating the others also. And that's why the majority of the people are losing faith in the religion. So this is a very pertinent question, very important question, how to understand a realized soul. And in the Bhagavad-Gita, 2nd chapter, right from the 55 verses, it goes to the end up to the 72 verses. And in the beginning itself, in the 55th verse, it says, O Partha, when a person completely casts off all the desires of the mind. Friends, this is the main theme. Giving up the desire for the worldly things. And what are the worldly things? Anything that is temporary. That is the desire. Not that we should not survive. We should survive, and we should survive very happily, nicely. And whatever required that I must get, but not that the greediness going on accumulating. No, not like that. So, Partha, when a person completely casts off all the desires of the mind, remains satisfied within the self, that person is known as Sthita Prajna. Sometimes it has been termed as Sthita Prajna, the steady wisdom. Whatever is happening all around, he is not disturbed. He knows the truth. Another, sometimes it is said, Jivana Mukta, a completely free while living, while surviving. So that is also the Jivana Mukta condition. Sthita Prajna, Jivana Mukta, Mukta, lots different type of words have been used to express that. But the main characteristics, completely free from the desire, and that person is fully satisfied with the self. He is not depending on anyone else, that some people will support and then this, then that, nothing like that. And the business houses will be supporting him, promoting him, or the government is supporting, kings are supporting, nothing like that. He is very happy within himself. So that contented person is called Sthita Prajna. Then the Lord Sri Krishna concluded, that person who lives completely free from desire, without longing, devoid of the sense of I and mine, attain peace. What will happen? So then he says peace. He will attain peace, Shanti. So Shantim adhigacchati. He attained the peace. Now we are all, whatever we are doing, only to get the peace, the joy, the happiness, whatever the term we use to express that. Each and every one of us are running after that happiness, that joy, that peace. But whatever, I am thinking, oh, that is the object. If I get that, I will be happy. Maybe for some time. After a few days, again the desire will come, a different type of desire. So root is the desire. And if we go a little backward, even that root is resting on I, the ego, I and mine. So you have to we have to uproot that I. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, so he mentioned, if you can somehow uproot that I, but how, without that I, how we will survive? It will be a jellyfish existence. Oh, sometimes some people, even they cannot recognize themselves, can't speak. Is that the life? No. It will be completely different. The God will manifest through him. A tremendous confidence will come. And peace and joy and happiness, unselfishness will emanate. So when you look at the different people like the Lord Jesus, if you see the life, we the Hindus accept Lord Jesus as an incarnation. We accept Lord Buddha as an incarnation. Why? They were not having the selfish desire. The only desire they were having to give happiness to the people, and for that they sacrificed themselves. So this is the ultimate. And how they can do that? Because they were established in the peace, the happiness. So from here again, following the same tradition, the Guru Vasishtha said to his disciple Sri Ramachandra, Purnam drishtim avastabhya dheya tyaga bilasinim jivana mukta tvaya swastva loke bihara raghava. Purnam drishtim avastabhya. Very simple way he is telling. You have to understand the real truth. Purnam drishtim. Drishti means the sight. What is the sight? The knowledge. What is that Purna? The complete. This world, though apparently very attractive, but in reality, it is nothing. Just like the mirage, it is nothing. So, Purnam drishtim avastabhya, dheya tyaga vilashinim. And then you have to give up tyaga. What? Bilasinim, the desire to enjoy this world. Then what you will become? Jivana mukta taya swastha. Swa and stha. Loke bihara raghava. Then you go around this world. Enjoy. There is no problem. If the attachment is not there, you are completely detached, but sometimes some hard-hearted people, they don't have any attachment. No, it's not that even. They are very kind-hearted, very compassionate, very loving. At the same time, they know the truth. All this world is temporary, so they are not by that way attached. Whatever the responsibility, they will be performing, but they are not attached in any other way. So that is the way, because the God is there, their mind is in the God. Sometimes very rude people are there, very selfish type of people, not attached with anyone. They are utilizing the services of others for their own benefit. No, that is not the person we are talking about. The Guru Vasishtha is asking, detach your mind with knowledge. O Raghava, Loke Bihara, you must roam in this world. You must move around. How? Swastha, established in your own self. Swastha. Swa, it's a wa, that means establishing in the own self. I am not this body. I am not this mind. I am not this name and form. I am the consciousness. I am the self. I am the knowledge. That is a beautiful concept. Right this moment, even intellectually also we cannot imagine. I am not this body, then who am I? So obviously, it is a confusing for some people. But when slowly we analyze, we understand this body cannot be the me. Because I was a small little boy. I always say like this, I am a grown-up person. I am going to be old and I am going to die. In all the four changes, I is common. I was a little boy lying on the lap of my mother. Who is this I? Who can remember the small little form of the body? Then the same I recognizes the growth of the body, then the changes in the body. Who is this I? That is called the Supreme Self. That is the Self. The Vedanta never accept anything. Just because you are telling they will accept. No. They accept just like the scientists. They will research on that. They will question and they will understand. Then only they will accept. And this is very clear. But every changes, I is there common. I was a little boy. I am a grown-up person. I am going to be old. I am going to die. I is common. And when the static I is called the self, so swastha, established in your own self, then giving the example, jivan muktataya, like the jivana mukta, like the one liberated while living. Like the one who is liberated while living. So, jivana mukta taya. What is this jivana mukta? You know, in this jivana, in this life, we have so many relations. That I am born in a family and growing up in a culture, and in the country. So all this comes on me. So you are supposed to be a Hindu, you are supposed to do this, you are supposed to. So many responsibilities and all come. But a person who understands that he is completely free, so Jivana Muktataya, while living, he is performing all his duties, responsibilities. At the same time, he is not at all bound by that. So, Jivana Muktataya, like the Jivana Mukta. We say the bondage and freedom. What is the bondage? When I am attached with thing. Something happened to me and then I break down. Oh my God, he was so close to me, now he passed away. I will also commit suicide. So many people, they are doing like that. And sometimes I really can't understand. Sometimes the mother scolding her daughter because she was spending time in playing games, video games, and she asked her to study instead of that. And that immediately she committed suicide, the little girl. Why? So much of attachment, so much of ego, even in that age. You can't even bear, can't understand. The mother is, whatever she is telling, it's for my good. Brain is not working at all. The thoughts are not there at all. They can't understand what is good and what is bad. They're committing suicide. What is this? Apparently they are intelligent, apparently they are educated, but that is not the way one should behave. So our education, this spiritual education, is very much essential right at the very young age. We have to understand what we are supposed to do. And he is telling that Jivana Muktataya, like the one liberated while alive, Abhashtabhya Purnam Drishtim. Abhashtabhya, hold on to real vision. O Rama, you must have the real vision, Avashtabhya. Purnam Drishtim, the real vision. What is the real vision? I am the Atman. Suppose I am sick, I am going to die, and people will be crying. They will go to this temple, that temple, praying here. I like to survive, I like to survive. And even after 92 years old, even then they like to go to this doctor, this temple, that temple. And if some miracle happens so that I can survive, how long you like to survive? You can't walk, you can talk, you can't remember. Even then, they like to survive. Why? Because we are coming, the original is eternity. Though apparently I am deviated from that, separated from that, I am from eternity. So I like to live long. But the mistake is with this body. So this is the teaching. You should live eternally, and you are living eternally. You are not going to die. But the only thing is, if you think that you will live in this body, that is a mistake. Because the body is the combination of 5 different objects. And anything that is made with different things, it is going to be parted and it's going to die. It will separate, obviously. So that is the way we have to understand, and that's called Abhashtabhya Purnam Drishtim. Your idea should be very clear. I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am the self, I am just changing this body. I am living eternally, so why I should be afraid? But if I do some good work, I will have a very good body and a family again, and I can enjoy. And from there again, if I go on advancing, one day I will be God myself. Yes, that is the belief of the Hindus. They think in that way. Then ultimately the time will come and I will understand, even that also not good. And the demigod I become, and so much power. I can control the wind, I can control the light, I can do this, I can do that. Different type of powers are there. They can have that. even then the satisfaction won't come. Then what? Then they say, even the Swarga, even the heaven I discard. I don't like to go to heaven even. I like to go back to the original, and that is Advaita Vedanta. The Vedanta includes all the two, the dualistic view and the non-dualistic view. Advaita Vedanta, what our Rishi Vasishtha, Guru Vasishtha is teaching, is the oneness. O Rama, know that you are that one, you are that supreme, you are the source, you are full of joy, and you are eternal. So don't be afraid and don't think you have to do this and that. That drishtim, having that knowledge, then you roam around, enjoy this world. And enjoy this joy of renunciation. Dheya tyaga vilashinim. Dheya and tyaga. You are having, you are thinking, but at the same time you are not completely attached to that. Vilashinim. Sometimes we go to the YOLO Park. The beautiful place. Then you can go on the horseback to see. Then there are the buffaloes are there. There are all so many things we see, different. And in a beautiful the cottage you are leaving. Then after 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, you come back. You are not attached to that. You enjoy that place. But those who are there, for them it is very difficult. If the tourists are not coming, then how they will earn? What will happen to them? So naturally, when you are attached to some place and some profession, obviously this type of thing will come. But the Jivan Mukta, I am giving the example, as a tourist when you go, we just enjoy that place and the food and all the company. Then we say, okay, thank you. With a good memory, we come back. That's all. Similarly, all through the life, when we are living in this world, helping the people, praying for them, and mixing with them, but not becoming attached to that. So that much, that is, I was thinking, I went to Africa in that lion safari. Can you imagine? We were inside the park of the lions and there are so many lions. I think 20-25 of them. One lion is sufficient to terrify. And 20-25 of them, they were all around us. But we were in a car, a protected car, safari vehicle. So obviously, nothing was there. We were enjoying when the one big lion came and it was roaring against our the car door. It was so close. I could see the lion so closely. But I was not afraid. Why? I knew the lion cannot do any harm to me. I am protected. This is called, as an example, we are living in this world. There are so many problems are there. Each and every one is trying to drag you down, bound you. But when you are having this much idea that this body, this name, this form, these are all temporary, I am completely protected because I am the Atman. That is the Jivan Mukta condition. You are with everyone, but at the same time, nothing is going to hurt you in this world. So this is the way that Guru is teaching. Then Sri Ramachandra asked, O Honorable Sir, Brahman is free from sorrow, yet that which has emerged from it is full of sorrow. How is this possible? Is a very wonderful question. Now this whole universe, this whole world, now again and again, O Guru, you are telling that everything has been created by that Brahman. And Brahman is completely free from sorrow, is full of joy, the source of joy, source of bliss, happiness, eternity. But when you see the production, that is not that. when you are utilizing the still and making something still, maybe a chair, maybe a table made of steel, it will be same. The material that you have used as a still and the table, the name and form that it has taken, it will be the same. Suppose another example, we are making the sweets from the sugar and milk, and obviously the sweets will be, though different names and forms, they will have all the particles of the sweets and the sugar. The same thing it must be. It cannot be bitter because it is made of sugar. How come then? This is a very good question that Sri Ramchandra asking to his Guru, and we will hear the answer. You said that everything has been created from the Brahman, and Brahman, again you said, is the existence, knowledge and bliss. As that much we can say about the Brahman, existence, knowledge and bliss. Okay. Now, how come the misery, which is not there in the Brahman, is having in his production? You have used the sweet, the sugar to make the sweet. Then naturally, how the confectionery that you have, all those things you have made, how it can become bitter? Because the main production, the material was not bitter. How this? So he is asking, O Honorable Sir, Brahman is free from sorrow, yet that which has emerged from it is full of sorrow. How is this possible? Guru Vasishtha said, O dear Rama, you will discover the truth by yourself. For yourself you will understand it. And before that there is a para, and the Guru is soliloquizing, oh, this boy is not understanding me at all. I am telling him so many times in so many different ways, but still he is not understanding. His mind is not pure. About Sri Ramachandra, the young Ramachandra, hardly 13, 14 years old, the Guru is mentioned, maybe that his mind is not pure, or he is not giving proper attention to my words. So he is not understanding. Now, when he asks this question, because Brahman is completely detached, so obviously now he will give the again the reply to this question, and we will also learn, and that is the basis of the Vedanta. So, but here he said, when you will realize the Brahman, you will understand it. So wait for the time. Guru said, O dear Rama, you will discover the truth for yourself. For the present, understand this. Brahman is omnipotent, omnipresent, dwelling in all hearts. This Brahman, through its power, known as Maya, has brought this creation into being. Now the answer has been given. So what is that answer? The Brahman is all pervading, all powerful, all consciousness, but directly it is not involved in creation. It is utilizing another power that is called Maya. The Vedantin call it Maya, and not very same, but almost equal. The Samkhya philosophy will say it's Prakriti. Many of us who are studying the Indian philosophy, we know these two names, Prakriti and Purusha, Maya and Brahman. And the Brahman is the consciousness, but it is not involved in creation, because in creation you need action. The moment someone in action is going to be destroyed. That is the philosophical conclusion, because you are utilizing so naturally. So that cannot be. The God is not creating directly. So in the Christian theology also they say the God and the Holy Self and the Son of God. This Holy Self, it is bringing all the information. Why not God directly? Because if the God is active, I don't know whether it is explained over there or not, but the Vedanta explained in this way: if anything that is active, obviously it will destroy. In the Tantra, the same way, they say the main source of power is Shiva. It is the knowledge, it is the power. But the Shiva is lying on the floor just like a dead person. And Shiva's power, separated from the Shiva, utilizing the power of the Shiva, is activating, creating, destroying, sustaining, all things are going on. What is that? Shakti. And the Shakti has been depicted as a mother. Why? The creation. So everywhere in every philosophy you will find these 2-3 steps. Here also we find the Guru said, well, you will understand it yourself when you realize, but for now try to understand this. First, Brahman is omnipotent, omnipresent, dwelling in all hearts. Now, this Brahman, through its power, known as Maya, has brought this creation into being. Friends, the all problem begins with this question: who is the creator? And what is this creation? What is the relation between the creation and the creator? We can understand this whole universe, this world is a creation. But naturally, we like to know who has created it. And even if he has created it, what is its relation between the two? So that is why Rama, he is trying to, this Maya is capable of making the unreal appear as real. This is the answer. Why we find all misery in the creation of the Brahman, which is free from misery. It is not the Brahman, it is the Maya. And Maya has the power to cover the original and superimpose something else. That how the Vedanta explain how this creation has come. In other philosophy, in other religion, they will say God wanted to create and he created. By that way, they say. That they say the 7 days it took to create and all that. But the Vedanta says it is the Maya that is creating, and the Maya is the power of God. Maya has 3 qualities: Sattva, Raja and Tama, good, bad, and the mixture of good and bad. So you see in the creation, these 3 qualities only. Some are very good, some are very bad, and most of the people are mixture of the good and bad. They have the good qualities, they have the bad qualities. So these 3 qualities, Sattva, Raja, Tama. And then 2 power. One, to completely cover the truth and superimpose something else on that. And the classical example always they say, there was a rope. Actually, it was a rope. What the Maya did, it covered the rope. With what? A snake. Almost same like that, and you see from distance a snake on the street, and you have to cross that area, and you are afraid, you ask for help, then the neighbors come out, they bring the torches, then you see, oh, it is only a rope. And all people will laugh at you and say, sorry, disturb you. But how it happened? Why you saw the snake? It was a rope. How come you saw the snake in that? That is the answer to Rama's question. The Rama said, the creator is the Brahman, and Brahman is all happiness. How come the misery in the creation? It is not there. You are superimposing, like you are superimposing the snake on the rope, just a mere rope. Snake was not there, and you are afraid, and naturally you are asking for help. Everything just because of the superimposition. Same way, everything is happening. Something that I do not like at all, my friend likes it very much. How it is? Because that I see in some way, and he is superimposing something on that and liking it. So it's each and every step of our life, the power of Maya is activating. And that is the way we decide our friends, we decide our foes, we decide our neighbors, our relatives, everything, all relations. According to my view, my idea, whatever I am superimposing on that, in reality it is completely different. And that's why in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, again and again and again and again, in the whole page, they'll be saying, the old person is not the old person, it is the Atman. Your husband is not the husband, you are loving not the husband but Atman. You are loving not the wife but the Atman, like that, to impress in our mind. It is all the Atman, it is all the consciousness. I am superimposing that as a man, a woman, an animal, a bird, a reptile, a tree. I am imposing that. So this is the way he said, O Rama, this entire creation of the world appearance, he is using the word world appearance, that you see the world, it is an appearance only, is the manifestation of the intention of the omnipresent conscious energy. What is that conscious energy? Chitta Shakti. Chit means the knowledge, Chit means the consciousness, Shakti means the power. This is the conscious energy of the infinite consciousness or the Brahman. The Brahman and is Shakti. The Brahman is the consciousness. And when it is activating, it is a completely separate from that. This is the main thing, it is completely separate from that. In the the philosophy, particularly the Vedanta and Shankar, they go very close, and the Shankar Vedanta, they will be always saying like that. In the Shankar, they say this power is completely separate, completely different entity. It has nothing to do with the Purusha. They use the word Purusha. Vedanta use the word Brahman. And they say the power of that Purusha, Prakriti, is a separate entity. Only it cannot get activated itself. It needs the Purusha to come near. When the nearness of the Purusha, immediately it gets activated and start functioning. That much. And the Vedanta says no, the power of the Brahman is always with the Brahman, and that is why it is eternal. The Maya is eternal. It is not that constant, we do not know when it was created, but for an individual, it has an end. The moment you understand, oh, this is Maya, immediately there will be no Maya. You see the eternal Brahman. So by that way, it has an end, but no beginning. By that way, when it was created, we do not know, because it is with the Brahman, and we do not know when the Brahman was created. It is eternal. So this is the way we have to understand the philosophy. So this, O Rama, the entire creation, this world appearance, is the manifestation of the intention of the omnipresent conscious energy of the infinite consciousness of the Brahman. Rama, in this world, among the many species of living being, only the human being are fit to be instructed into nature of truth. Now the creation, everything, so obviously whether the animals, the birds and reptiles, are they going to be liberated? Of course they will, but they have to come and take the human form. So that's why the human form, the life of a human is precious. The, all animals, what do? Only food and sleep and all other things that usually a human body is also wanting, the same thing. But difference is dharma. Dharmena hina pashubhi samana. What is that dharma? Consciousness. What is that consciousness? I am not this body. I am not this mind. I am not going to be end just by death. Only this food and enjoyment are not my goal. I have something else to achieve. And what is that? The supreme bliss, eternal bliss. That is the goal. I should go over there. How it is possible? By giving up these all objects of this world. I have examined, I have tested. But every time I eat, again I feel hungry. Every time I drink, again I feel thirsty. Every time I go to some places, again I feel like visiting. There is no end to it. Enough is enough. Now I like to go inside. And that's why they developed the process of meditation. It's now withdrawing the senses and going into it. Only human being can do it and nothing else, no one else. That is the reason in every religion they always respect the human body. In the Christian tradition they say God was made out of, the man was made out of God's image. What is the image of God? That means the God looks like a human? No. The human quality is the quality of discrimination, judgment. The God is having that. Others are not having. They don't have that judgment. Of course, the animals will judge whether I will eat it here or not, I will go over there a little bit. But the human can analyze. That is the brain that is given by the God. That is the unique gift of God to human. And we have to analyze that. And if we behave like any other animals, just eating and drinking and making merry and then one day dying, this is a complete wastage. And in Islam also they said, when the God created the human, he asked all the angels to come and pay respect to him. Then one of the angels, they said, denied, no, how can it be? So we are angels and he is just a human. And the God became angry and banished him from the heaven. So that he became the devil again afterwards, Iblis. So this is the stories. And here in the Hinduism they always say, in the words of Swami Vivekananda, the human being is the moving tabernacle. Tabernacle means the temple. Of the Jews is tabernacle. So moving tabernacle, moving temple. The beauty that you like to see, the wonderful creation you like to see, and then you go and appreciate that construction. Taj Mahal, the human is the moving Taj Mahal. He goes on telling like that because human life is very precious. But when you look around and when you see that, we are no better than any animal. Only animals are living in the jungle, they are not that way very clean. But we are just living in a very clean, nice area, that's all. But attitude, that is the main thing. The thoughts, that is the main thing. We have to understand that. Friends, time is short. Human life is very short. It takes nearly 25 years to understand things. Then 25 years are in our hand. After the 50, we become old on our body and all our senses, our mind become weak. It is very difficult to grasp, to understand this subtle thing. We must have to utilize these 25 years when we are young. Mind is fresh. We have to study, we have to meditate, we have to understand, and we have to get that freedom. So that is how he is instructing. Modifications do not really take place in the Lord is telling. Modification do not really take place. There is nothing but the infinite consciousness. No modification is there. It is only we are imagining. And there is nothing but the infinite consciousness. The consciousness is Brahman. The mind is Brahman. Intellect is Brahman. Brahman alone is the substance. All indeed is Brahman. There is no world in reality. When ignorance is dispelled, truth is realized. And that is Hinduism. They say that it is automatically, when you are listening and you are pondering, meditating, trying to understand, and slowly you will feel that the ignorance is going away. There are people who will be, in the name of religion, they are so narrow-minded, so very ignorant. They are ready to do any cruelty in the name of religion. That is terrible. In the name of religion, in the name of politics, in the name of economy, in the name of language, in the name of society, whatever you like to do, you can do. That's the human nature. But in the name of religion, that's why Swami Vivekananda, again I repeat, religion is realization. What is religion? Realization. What is the realization? I am nothing but that same God. When the Jesus said, I and my Father in heaven are one, that is the statement. That is the statement. And not only Jesus, but we conclude, no, only Jesus, nobody else. We are all sinners. I think we have to think again how that can be. The Jesus is the only begotten Son. Then what we are? Who created us? Who created us? Not the devil. God created us. And you are telling that if God has created us, we are having all the potentialities of the Jesus. And we are supposed to reach to that Godhead. We have to become that. And what is this Jesus? Only that figure, that form, that he was born in Bethlehem? No. Jesus is the ideologies. That love, unthinkable, the love, the affection. And he is giving his life for that. Try to understand me. Again and again he says, that sacrifices. So that is the Jesus. Then he says, Brahman is everything. Try to understand that. Then the Guru Vasishtha said, O Rama, Eko Vishuddham Bodho Aham iti Nishchaya Bannina Prajjalla Dvaita Gahanam Eka Eva Sukhi Bhava. Be happy. What is the goal? To attain the bliss, attain that joy. Because Anandeva Khalu Imani Bhutani Jayante. In the Upanishad it says, who is the creator? God. And what is that God? Only Ananda, only joy. And what is our goal? To go back to that joy. And what we are pursuing? We are studying and we are trying to get a job. We are trying to earn some money. We are going to the market. We are shopping. We are cooking. We are eating. For what? To suffer? Oh, I am eating so that I can suffer. No, it cannot be like that. We are trying everything to be happy. We are visiting the friends. We are inviting the friends. Why? To be happy in that company. So here the Guru is telling, be happy. How? He says, I am one without two. This is Vedanta. So in the Vedantic viewpoint he says, I am one without two. With the fire of this knowledge, burn all the duality and remain in bliss. When there is a duality, there is fear. Immediately there will be fear. Oh, what will happen to me? I have invited my brother, but if the brother is sitting on that particular chair I usually use, what will happen? So let me keep the chair inside and put another chair over there for the brother. Fear comes. And if the brother, if they see, oh, I have a good freeze in my house, and if he says, brother, you give me that freeze to me, or the car, or these or that, what will happen? I don't like to share. Fear of losing. So when you are one, no fear of losing. So that is the way we have to think, that that is the one only. It is not selfishness. It is the understanding. It is the understanding is this. Swami Vivekananda got a beautiful wristwatch, a gift from a rich lady. She gave a very good wristwatch. Swamiji wearing that, and he was traveling. That coachman who was driving that coach, when Swami was getting down, he perhaps helped him to get down, come out of the coach, and he noticed that wristwatch. And he commented, "Oh, sir, you have a beautiful wristwatch." The Swami said, "Oh, you liked it? Wonderful." Immediately he opened and gave it to him. "Oh, why? How come? Why you are giving it to me?" "No, I like to enjoy this on your wrist. You use it. I don't need it." As a monk, it is nothing. Whether is a golden and gold and all that is nothing. So I don't give much importance to all those objects. And you like, so enjoy. So you better enjoy this. Like that. Whatever comes, no problem for us. But don't get attached to that. Without that I cannot survive. No, not like that. So because that I am the one, I am the consciousness. The Swami Vivekananda, this sentence, I like to enjoy the wristwatch on your wrist. Okay. So this is not that you are separate, I am separate. I am also enjoying, but on you. So you are every time remembering, oh, that the Swami gave it to me, and then you are enjoying. Sometimes we give the candies to the children, and they are so happy. We also get the happiness through them. They like the candy. They are enjoying it, 2, 3, 4, and they can never expect it. So many candies at a time, so they are jumping in great joy. And it is not their joy, it is my joy also. Oh, look at that. A very simple, a child, and this little thing, and it gives so much joy. For every being, everywhere, any person, anywhere, successful, I am happy. Anywhere, any person suffering, I feel sorry. I pray for them. So that is the way you survive. You become one. One all encompassing. No difference. So I am one without two. With the fire of this knowledge, the fire of this knowledge, an example is giving, as the fire burns down everything, the fire of this knowledge burn all duality and remain in bliss. Fire is the symbol of knowledge. If you have noticed, that almost in every religion they use the fire. Sometimes they use the fire for the light. The Christians and the Europeans, they light the candles, they prepare the candles. In most of the Indian and in the other over there, those countries, they use the lamp, the oil lamp. Nowadays, of course, they are using the candle because it is easy. But it is not the candle or the lamp, it is that fire. Why this fire? Just for the decoration? Just for the beauty? No, it is the knowledge, the symbol of knowledge. And you will find in every Hindu temple, they will have that lamp constantly burning. Why? Those who are going on putting the oil and keeping that lamp burning, and very careful, it should not go off and everything. Maybe they do not know. That is not the lamp. It is the symbol of knowledge. Knowledge should be always there. In every temple before the God there is the lamp. Why? The God in that form, that is not important. The God is nothing but knowledge. Knowledge is power. Human is surviving. The dinosaurs, they have completely, they are destroyed. Maybe here and there now they are trying to develop. But the human being, very tiny little being, not having the physical power, they are surviving in this world. Why? Every time changes are coming in the weather, in the nature. Immediately they are analyzing that, adjusting that. So this 2019, the pandemic, that is slowly coming to an end. Everybody is hoping, scientists are giving the hope that maybe within few months it will be completely over. So this pandemic time, immediately thousands of the scientists, they started analyzing. They found out what is the problem. They found out the medicine and the vaccine. They started applying that. Millions and millions of people all over the world, they got that vaccination. Then that power of particular that thing that it became very weak. Again the human beings are surviving. So many different things are going on happening. We are going on surviving. Why? Because the knowledge. It is not the muscle power. It is not the manpower. It is not the gun power. It is the knowledge power. The humans survive in the knowledge. And the ultimate knowledge is this: we are Brahman, we are God. The Brahman is one, and I am that Brahman. This understanding is called knowledge. It burns ignorance. I am one. How I am one? I will just take a little time to conclude this. When you say I am one, how I say that I am one? So now so many human beings are there. So among them there is a horse. So 1,000 people standing, there is only one horse is there. So we can say one horse among the human being. Is that like that? No, it is not like that. So there are three different, the Hindus, they always analyze, they go for analyzing that very critically. So they have made it Swajatiya, Bijatiya, Sagata, Bheda, Rahita. Rahita means it is not there. The three, no. First is Swajatiya. The trees are there, but all the trees are mango trees, only one apple tree. Is that one? No. So Swajati, all are trees only. Apple also tree, mango also tree. But even then it is not that. So Sajatiya, it is not that way. Then Bijatiya, a human and a horse, that they are completely different. Only one horse. So we can say one. No, it is not that one. We meant, the scripture will say, the Brahman is one, but not the way you are thinking. It is completely different. Bijatiya, they are different species, and in that one and many, no, that is not. Then comes Swagata Veda. What is the Swagata Veda? A tree has the branches and the leaves and the twigs. But tree is one, only one tree standing. Is that one? No. Even that is also not there. So that is the way when you understand that one means the complete one, that is Brahman. So it says Swagata, Bijatiya, Sajatiya, Bheda Rahita. Three types of distinctions, it is bereft of that. Thank you, friends. Thank you for attending the class. In our next Sunday, we will start the Guru Vasishtha. Now he is going on giving the same type of advices to his disciple Sri Ramachandra. We will read and learn from that. Thank you. If there are any question.
The first question is some YouTube user is asking, some people say that Lord Sri Krishna was 100% incarnation of Brahman and Rama was 75% of Brahman, but since Brahman is infinite, how can someone say it is 100% or 75?
It is actually some people, the way they express the Krishnastu Bhagavan Sayam, they say in Sanskrit, that is, and the Ramachandra, as because the same power was distributed among the brothers, sometimes people think in that way. But the Brahman is not divided, isn't it? It's the power only. As the same question Ramachandra asked, as you were asking, same question Ramachandra asked, how the Brahman, which is nothing but bliss, and its production, that is this world, manifestation, is full of misery. Where from the misery came? And what was the reply? You must have heard that. It was the imagination. Same way you are imagining the Ramachandra 75%, Krishna 100%, some people are imagining. Thank you.
Arijit wants you to illustrate this Thakur's thought, which is in translated form: if one tries to separate the fiber and the seeds of palm fruit, the fruit as a whole falls short. He wants you to explain that thought, which Thakur.
That is actually, that is a good indication that you wanted to say that everything is nothing but that Brahman, and that is true. It is another viewpoint. The Vasishtha Advaita, they say like that. And Sri Ramakrishna, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he said that if you are not accepting the seeds, then the weight of the same fruit will be less. The seeds and inside the kernel, everything you have to take. And otherwise it will be, the weight will be less. You have to take the whole. The Brahman, of course, it is, everything is nothing but Brahman. But at the same time, either philosophically, they say, see, this is all different philosophy, and we are studying Advaita philosophy. I say it again and again, so we should not mix it up. Advaita philosophy, they are propounding it is only the consciousness, that is the Brahman. They are not denying this world, the creation. They are telling creation is there, but it is like the miracles, like the magic. So don't get so much involved into that much. It is also the same thing, otherwise where from it will come. So that is the thing.
The next question is from Sarup. He is saying, how to get absolute repose of the ever fickle mind?
The ever fickle mind, of course, I will say, quoting that the famous reply of the Lord Krishna, and when the Arjuna was asking the same question. See, the questions are same and answer naturally, eternally, the same answer. Abhyashena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihate. When the Arjuna asked, how can I control my mind? You are asking to control the mind. It is so turbulent, it is impossible. Then the answer of the Lord Krishna was, go on practicing. Abhyasa, 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 practice, practice, practice. And vairagya, all those things which are disturbing your mind, give up those. Automatically, it will be calm. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Let us say Shanti 3 times and we conclude. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat.